more half and half and more half and half and real sugar in this. So you're talking about a 300 calorie regular coffee. If I'm gonna have 300 calories, I want it in a piece of cake, not something I'm drinking.
Hey guys, welcome to myinspiration.com. So today we are talking about my all-time favorite subject.
Let's back it up. Your all-time favorite obsession.
I am obsessed with coffee. I mean, I've pretty much always been obsessed with coffee, but I mean, if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook,
You've taken it to the max.
I mean, I probably go get coffee a couple times a day, and I also make it at home. Yeah, so there is nothing wrong with having coffee. I mean, I do need to take a look at it and do it a little more in moderation, but the thing that I love about coffee is it's very, very low in calorie. It's, you know, it is liquid, you know, that you're putting in your body, so it's going to keep you a little bit full if you're hungry. Maybe you could have like a small snack and some coffee.
Can give you a jolt if you're a little tired.
Exactly. The caffeine gives you like a little boost. And the thing about coffee that I love is, you know, when you're on a weight loss journey or maintenance or just health journey in general, sometimes, you know, you just want to go into Starbucks with people. People are there or
not just Starbucks.
No, I was going to say the Coffee Bean or your local Caribou, Ugly Mugs here in Nashville, any of these like, you know, local coffee joints where people are just hanging out. And I love the fact that I can go in there and I can order a coffee and there are still really good choices that are going to keep me on track.
Absolutely.
So, but I can still be a part socially with everybody.
So here's the issue for me. This one can drink her coffee black.
Yes, I can.
I like mine creamy and smooth.
Hannah does like her coffee very, very, very creamy. So
it was hard for me because when I went to the ranch, I was drinking all coffee and more half and half and more half and half and real sugar in this. So you're talking about a 300 calorie regular coffee. If I'm gonna have 300 calories, I want it in a piece of cake, not something I'm drinking.
Right. And now you didn't drink it like that at the ranch though.
Not at the ranch.
Right.
Pre-Biggest
Loser. Okay. So, you know, the first thing is start with a really, really good, great coffee. Now, whether you're getting it out somewhere or brewing it at home, you know, don't just make it be an afterthought. If you're going to really enjoy it, pick whatever kind of roast. This is just the blonde roast from Starbucks. Hannah likes this because it's light. Hannah doesn't like super, super strong coffee. But this is a really good kind of medium blend. Most people really like that. It's a really good option.
I also love my Caribou K-Cups. Yeah. And I love Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Absolutely.
Even if I can have a donut with it.
There are most people have multiple ways to make coffee. I have a French press. I have a Keurig that you can make the individual cups. Sometimes I just want to make a big, huge pot for myself. So just, you know, decide what's going to work best for you and always have multiple options on hand. That way you don't feel like you're just doing the same thing every day. So
also, just a quick tip, they make mini French presses for your desk, which is what I like to have when I'm at the office because I don't drink the same kind of coffee as a lot of other people at work drink. So I bring my own.
Yeah, that's really nice. So for me, every once in a while, I do want to put something in my coffee. For most days, I do, especially like during the week when I'm in a hurry, I'll just like run in and get a black coffee. I like to carry these little Stevia sweet leaf tablets in my backpack or in my purse, which I'll get to that in a minute. But you know, on the weekends when I'm sitting at home, I'm having breakfast, sometimes I want to have
pajamas.
Exactly. I'm watching like, I don't know, Pioneer Woman or something on Food Network. I want something like a creamy cup of coffee. So I did learn that when I was at the ranch, the more weight I lost, the more I became lactose intolerant. I don't know if I've been that way for my whole life.
We call that bubble gut in the South.
It just really, dairy really just kind of bothers me, especially in milk. So for me, I've had to kind of get creative and find like some other options. One of the things that Jillian really introduced us to is the So Delicious coconut milk creamer.
Because Jillian drinks coffee too.
She does. And I had no earthly idea coconut creamer even exists. I mean, I didn't know anything about all these non-dairy options, but there are tons. And I really like this because it's specifically made for coffee. So it's a little bit thicker.
All natural.
All natural. It's 10 calories per tablespoon, which I love that. There's 1 gram of carb. I mean,
there's different flavors. There's a vanilla. They're coming out with all kind of, I think there might be a hazelnut coming out too.
The thing is about the flavor ones, just be really careful because there is sugar in those. So those are not sugar-free, but the original is sugar-free, which is my option and my choice because I can add extracts if I want to flavor my coffee and then control my own sweetness. But for those of you whose sugar doesn't bother you and you're in a maintenance thing and you want to have, you know, a little treat now and then, you can have the vanilla coconut.
But also just remember, even your liquids, you want to put this in your body media, whatever you have, your MyFitnessPal, as you can scan it, whatever you want, because you want to add it in your calories, because you want to save your calories for what you really want.
And think about it, you know, if you have 2 cups of coffee in the morning, I mean, it's 20 calories. I know you're thinking, oh, well, 20 calories, but 20 calories over 7 days of the week.
That's right.
I mean, that does add up to quite a big chunk of calories at the end of the week.
That's my snack.
So I like to make sure I always use I just keep like a little tablespoon right by my coffee maker that I use to measure out anything like that. So the other option is almond milk. And again, always make sure you're looking for the unsweetened version.
That's right.
I love the almond milk. It's 30 calories for a cup. So that's a lot. I'm never going to use a cup. So you'll just have to, I count 10 calories for a tablespoon. It's probably overestimating a little bit.
Sometimes I even use a quarter cup if I'm using almond milk because I like it really creamy.
Yeah.
And still, I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Quarter cup is nothing.
It's up to you however much you want to use. Just make sure you're being honest about, the options. So why don't you tell me about for those who like dairy, what are some two good dairy options?
I love dairy. I love cows. I love red meat. I love dairy. Okay.
She loves cows.
Dairy's not the best for me. I know it causes me, it gives you, we hate to talk about this, but mucus, all that kind of stuff that really, you shouldn't have. So I used to get the full fat on half and half on the ranch.
Oh, who does not love half and half of their coffee?
Shout out to Ken Andrews, my half and half partner in crime. So here's the thing. Land O'Lakes now makes a fat-free half and half. Now, this does have some chemicals in it. It's not exactly all organic. You can find organic brands, different things like this. But this is really my favorite. Horizon's a great brand. This is kind of my favorite, and when I really want that half and half, I make sure I have some of this on hand. It's 20 calories for 2 tablespoons, so again, just like the others, 10 calories. It does have 3 grams of carbohydrates and no fiber, but it does have just a twinge of sugar in it, 2 grams of sugar, which is not much. But the thing about half and half is it goes a lot longer. So I can use 1 tablespoon for 10 calories, and I'm done.
Versus like you said a cup or a quarter cup of this.
So if I really want that, I also use it sometimes when I'm cooking too. I use a little bit of fat-free half and half to make things look creamy, kind of tricking the dish.
Right.
And also, you have your good old-fashioned milk. Now, thing about milk is you don't want to do whole milk. That's only for babies. Okay. Right. And very young children.
Right.
Fat-free milk is okay, but you want to make sure you try to get an organic. This is a great organic brand. They sell this at regular grocery stores, Kroger, not just Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. It's called Simple Truth Organic. This is fat-free milk. It is ultra pasteurized. It has all the vitamins that you may need, and you can have a little bit of this. Now, milk, fat-free milk for 8 ounces, which is a cup, is 80 calories. So you're talking about a lot more calories, but if you feel like you have to have this, maybe count it as more of a snack. So you have half a cup of milk with a little bit of coffee in it, if that's what you want, or measure it out, count your calories, but this is also another good option, the skim milk.
So the next thing we want to move on to is obviously sweetening your coffee, because most people
Which
like
is my
to
favorite
sweeten.
thing.
Exactly. So we have 3 really good options that we tend to stick to.
Tell me about this one.
So this is agave nectar. It's from the agave plant. It is very similar to honey, but it does have a different kind of taste to it. I don't like agave nectar so much in my coffee, but I love it in my tea. So occasionally, if I have like a cup of hot tea
with lemon and agave,
I love to put the agave in there. And for cooking, it's great. I have actually put it in my coffee in a pinch, and it's actually not too bad. But my personal favorite to put
One more quick thing about agave, a lot of coffee places will have this as their natural sweetener instead of Trivia or some of the other things. So look for this at the coffee shops and ask for it. Normally it's behind the counter.
And I forgot to mention, it is 60 calories a tablespoon. So you're talking about, that's quite an investment in calories, but if you have it to invest and you want to use it, this is a good natural alternative to just sugar, which I think is great. If you have it at home,
you can use it in cooking, you can use it in baking. It's a multi-purpose sweetener.
Yep. So my very favorite thing is, I talk about it all the time. Again, those of you who follow me on Twitter or Facebook, the Sweetly Stevia products are my all-time favorite. I just recently found these Stevia tabs, and it says here, oh wait, I just saw it. I think 1 tablet,
0 calories.
Oh, here it is on the side. 1 tablet equals 1 teaspoon of sugar. So, I mean, these tablets are super, super small. I'll show you. I mean, see, they're just teeny tiny little things. You can just put one of them in your coffee and you are good to go. I mean, I've even put them in a large iced coffee. It dissolves.
Now, really quick, tell me, does it take longer for this to dissolve? Remember how we talked about that?
Now, I will tell you, yes, stevia does take a little bit longer to dissolve. Not so much I find in the tabs, but definitely in the powder, because they have to add just a little bit of fiber to the stevia if it's just true 100% stevia like this.
Which is what you want, true 100% stevia.
Right. If they add a little bit of the fiber, sometimes it just takes a little, it clumps a little bit. So just stir, give it a couple minutes.
When I first started using it, I'm very impatient, so I'm stirring and I'm like, it's not sweet enough, and I start putting packet, then all of a sudden my teeth are rotting.
Stevia is 8 times the sweetness of sugar, so it is very, very sweet. So give it,
that's how I like it.
Give it its time to kind of
I like it very, very sweet.
No, I mean,
okay, on to the trivia.
Now, Hannah loves Truvia. Truvia is delicious. I do love it. It does have a little bit of erythritol in it, so which is from a corn sugar, I believe. So it's very little bit amount, and if you're cool with that,
I'm
use
cool with
it.
that. I'm
Use
cool with
it.
that.
For me, I like the stevia, and it tastes delicious to me, so I stick with that. Hannah sticks with Truvia. We did eat Truvia on the ranch.
Julie needs Truvia. It's okay. If it's okay for her, it's okay for me.
Right. So anyway, so there's so many options here. There's no reason why you can skip the coffee shop.
Right.
You know, ask your coffee counter, do you have almond milk?
Get creative with your coffee. Extracts. We like hazelnut extract. Sometimes I like a mintish coffee.
Yeah. You know, ask your coffee shop, do you have any dairy alternatives?
That's right.
You know, again, make sure they're unsweetened. I even know, I'm telling you, they sell smaller versions of these almond milks, and Jen Jacobs, you know you carry a box of almond milk in your purse.
That's right, Jen.
I'm telling you, I'm not trying to front her out, but she does.
And she's smart because then she doesn't skimp on her calories. She doesn't go for the milk and for the stuff that's higher in calories. Smart idea.
Exactly.
We've copied that idea.
Or, you know, you can find the little salad dressing holders. A lot of times they hold 2 to 4 tablespoons. I'll throw some of this creamer in there and throw it in my purse. I mean, it's not going to go bad in one day, people.
Absolutely.
You're going to be okay. Don't ever get stuck without, you know, the options that you need. There's never an excuse. There's always an option. So yeah, this is your coffee decoded.
Absolutely.
All right. So we hope you enjoyed that, and we'll talk to you soon.
You want to go get coffee?
Yeah,
okay,
let's
let's
get
go.
coffee. Oh, this way.